Kia ora Tepano, I'm Gio and welcome into this Tiny Tina's Wonderlands Top 5 video. Today we're covering my updated top 5 list of unique quest reward items from side quests in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. If you want to watch the original top 5, I'll link it below or up the top here, somewhere. However, this time I'm only looking at weapons. One thing to note about the uniques in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is that once you've acquired them, they become potential drops from all the weapon vendors anywhere you find weapon vendors. So you can complete the mission whenever you like and still acquire them later in game. Also, Gearbox had fixed the bug that meant that you couldn't enchant some of them, so now it's enchantments for all. Let's get into it. Number 5. At number 5, it's the Goblin Repellent. This Skulldugger pistol comes from a Farmer's Ardor side quest in Queen's Gate. Its special effect is that every 4 shots it sends out a homing poison dart that ricochets up to 3 times. This effect actually happens more often as the weapon overheats before repair. Damage on the Goblin Repellent is good, but it's held back a little by being locked to poison damage. Otherwise, it's an excellent weapon, and much like a lot of the side quests in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, it's a hilarious mission to complete. Go check it out. Number 4. At number 4, we have the Ironsides. This black powder sniper rifle is obtained from the Walk the Stalk side quest in Tangledrift, and its special effect is that it fires a bullet that ricochets and turns into a steel ball. Scoring a critical hit will also spawn a steel ball that bounces 1. Much like the Goblin Repellent, the damage is good, but it also comes in at number 4 due to it being locked to non-elemental damage and just that snipers aren't quite as strong as they could be in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I will note, if you score a crit with the steel ball, it can also crit as well, which can also spawn another steel ball, which is also handy. Number 3. At number 3, it's the Head Cannon. This amazing Torgue pistol is obtained by completing the Armageddon Distracted side quest in Oswaldgul Necropolis, and it's also notably the only epic rarity weapon on this list. The Head Cannon is a very hard-hitting Torgue weapon that deals an extra 100% splash damage on a crit, which means you get the initial damage, times 2 for a crit, plus the extra 100% for the splash damage. Again, the Head Cannon is locked to non-elemental. However, unlike other Torgue weapons, the Head Cannon doesn't fire gyrojets. It fires fast-moving projectiles, which actually travel directly straight. It kind of fits the sniper rifle mentality. Honourable Mentions. Before we get into the top 2, a couple of honourable mentions. Pookie's Chew Toy is obtained from possibly one of the best named side quests, A Walk to Dismember. Not that there aren't any other good ones, it's just this one's my favourite. This actually received a nerf early on in Wonderlands as it was too strong. Now it's just a good masher pistol from Black Powder, easy to obtain. Another fun side quest, obviously, but just not quite as good as it used to be. The other is the Negotiator, a Torgue shotgun obtained from the Diplomatic Relations side quest in Drowned Abyss. The Negotiator fires your typical Torgue gyrojet, and being Torgue, you can choose sticky or impact that are actually laser guided, much like the Freeman rocket launcher from Borderlands 3. However, the initial recoil counts as guiding the jets, so the recoil from the shot can actually take your gyrojets away from where you want them to be. The ease of use bumps it down the list out of the top 5, I think. Number 2. Into the top 2. And it's going to be obvious what the top 1 is when I tell you what number 2 is. At number 2, it's the Heckwader. At number 1 in my previous list, the Heckwader is a Dahlia SMG obtained from the Inner Demon side quest that you can pick up from Brighthoof. It's locked to fire, which makes sense thematically, as it shoots a hellish pentagram pattern. This pattern makes it a little inaccurate at long distances, but it's fantastic up close. It's still usable at long distance, but just a little less accurate. Its high damage and high fire rate make it an amazing weapon, and it's still really, really good. However, it's just beaten out by, and number 1. Number 1, and who could have predicted this? Number 1 is the Last Rites. Previously coming in at number 2 on my last video, this has been upgraded to the number 1 spot. The Last Rites is a shotgun from Hyperius, obtained from the 20,000 Years Under the Sea side quest from Wartooth Shallows. It's another weapon locked to a single element, however, this time it's frost. And for this shotgun, it doesn't really matter. The special effect of the Last Rites is that pellets can ricochet up to 2 times from surfaces, dealing frost splash damage, and hitting an enemy with frost bolts ricochets to other nearby enemies, dealing more frost splash damage. Now these are directly to enemies, they don't just bounce out at random directions. In my initial video, I think I put this down at number 2, purely because it was strong, but couldn't receive enchantments at the time. However, since the bug has been fixed and it can now be enchanted, it beats out the Heckwader as my favourite unique in the game. So there's my top 5. Let me know what you think of these rankings and I'm happy to discuss anything you think might be missing from this list. Let me know down in the comments below if I've missed anything. If you've liked this video, a like and subscribe would be much appreciated. However, just know that if this helped at all, that's all that matters to me. So, until next time, Kaki te ana, kia te whai, stay safe, be kind, and I'll catch you in the next one.